Good afternoon. This is Dusty Tables, coming to you from Southeast Tennessee. Last night, 14th of August, I made a boast that I had a very unusual artifact. Long-term artifact in the family history. And to prove that I do not make things up out of whole cloth, I'm going to show it to you today. First, you have to suffer through a little backstory. My Uncle Jim was what was called back in the day a rounder. He had no visible means of support. I never knew him to work a day in his life. He had a couple redeeming qualities about him. Won't go into most. One of which I still to this day enjoy is as a child, I'm talking 6 and 7 years old, he let me play with one of these. Yes, that's right, a switchblade knife. So, at 6 years old, I got to play with pokey, stabby things. Thank you, Uncle Jim. I've been collecting these now for probably 40 years. The other thing that he left the family, why I don't know, but he did, was this mystery object here. Jim was drafted into the Navy during World War II. Some of what I'm about to tell you is conjecture. Some of it is family history, passed down by semi-sketchy people. But here this is. Jim was sent to the Pacific. What he did, I don't know. Nothing important. I'm sure they wouldn't trust him with a gun. Probably skimmed the bilge tanks would be my best guess, knowing Jim. But he got to the South Pacific and he apparently found this. And having never seen one, being from rural Tennessee, he figured no one back home had ever seen one either. And at that time they probably hadn't. So what Jim did was he sent this through AFO mail, which for those of you who do not know, it's Armed Forces Overseas. You could send anything back home within reason. No women, no machine guns. I don't think. Maybe not. Jim sent this. Reason I know that is because up until 20, 30 years ago, he had simply written the address to the people back home on this item, dropped it in AFO mail, and the post office delivered it, as you will see it. Now that writing has long ago disappeared. It's old ink. Maybe I could get it back with UV light. I don't have a lot of those laying around with me right now. However, I'm going to show it to you right now. This item is a ta-da, an 80-year-old coconut. 75, 80 years old, give or take. Who cares? We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Call it 80. A coconut. I think the nut. Yeah, the nut's in there. It sounds like somebody crammed a baseball in there, actually. So, but yes, here it is. Coconut. Complete with the, whatever this is, like the husk, the hull, not being from the South Pacific, I don't know what you call it. But there you have it. Now, I wish I could show you the writing, but it's long gone. My apologies on that. So, there you go. You have proof that I do indeed possess an 80-year-old coconut. Now, you might ask yourself, hey, self, why is he keeping that? Why did the family keep that? What's he going to do with that? I don't know. Family kept it for reasons unknown to me. Now, yeah, well, it's mine. What am I going to do with it? Well, I can't very well throw it out. It's an 80-year-old coconut. You don't find those. I mean, I don't think. Maybe Walmart has a petrified produce section that I'm not aware of. Maybe, I don't know. I can't get rid of it. So this will go back into A shed full of 3 generations of just about as useless garbage as an 80-year-old coconut. Someday, future generations will stumble across this and say, I think Dusty Tables, my uncle, has simply taken leave of his sentence. And he may very well be right, because my son will someday find this. Good luck, kid. Talk to y'all later.